Hi, everyone. It's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. You have the weekend coming, and so do I. I can't wait for another couple days of rest and relaxation. Here at our home, my husband has been diagnosed with bronchitis as of yesterday. So he's on antibiotics and steroids to try to help him not get pneumonia. He's in the living room now coughing. So if you hear him, that's what it is about. Plus, his hearing aids both went out, so he may be talking louder than normal. I hope you've had a decent week. I know for me, it's been a long week, just like I'm sure it has for some of you because of the rain and the way the temperatures have been and the way you feel. Because with all these different things going on in the atmosphere, our bodies tend to really overreact and it becomes very, very uncomfortable. And we all know that because that's where we're at. We've lived with it probably for a while. Maybe you're new living with this. Just understand that this is part of it. Even on the days when you want to scream and cry, go ahead, but then find something to laugh at. Go in the bathroom and stand in front of the mirror and stick your tongue out at yourself. Come on one of my videos and laugh at me because you're going to need that moment of silliness to get through some days. It's hard. I admit that. And I've been here and done that for a long time now. But today is today. Um, I'm going to do what I do. You'll notice when you get on my video today that the picture on the video of the Afghan is the one I'm still working on. I still have 18 more squares that I'm going to have to crochet of the light blue because I made this quite large. I want the cross to be in the center, and then I wanted extra blue around the edges. And so I'm still crocheting on that. Haven't finished the prayer shawl yet. I'm working on that. I did the blue hat, and I'm doing a brighter blue hat, and I'm going to make several of these. Please, if you did not hear my last video, there is a project in the works called hashtag hats not hate. And blue hats that you can make are what they're talking about. And this is the only blue I had at the time that wasn't, really soft blue, but I'm going to make some more. And you can give them to your grandkids, give them to your neighbor, give them to the organization, get online and find hashtag hats not hate and see what they're doing. Because in August, they're going to be giving out these blue hats that people have done for in schools, trying to get rid of the hate and the bullying that's going on so constantly. Every time I turn around, someone has hit my grandkid for something just because they're mad at them, or they trip them on purpose, or come on. It's time for all of us to begin to show respect rather than hatred and bullying. So I look different. I've always looked different. I'm a redhead with freckles. What else is new? So that's not wrong. You might have the most beautiful blue eyes and dark hair and just be super beautiful and super handsome, but that doesn't give you the right to make fun of someone that doesn't look like you. Because who they are is who they were created to be, no matter what. And so hate has got to stop. Bullying has got to stop. Please, please think about that with your kids and yourself. I've had people hate me for a comment I made on a news show, and it wasn't a bad comment, just a comment I made, and somebody told me I was an idiot and, get off. Well, no, I don't care. You can call me what you want, but that's rude, disrespectful. You don't know me. I don't know you. So let's stop the hate. Create a blue hat if you crochet or if you knit. If you have someone who does that, buy a skein of yarn and ask them to please make you one so you can have a hat to wear during this time when we talk about hats, not hate. So that's one thing that I wanted to make you aware of, and I hope you will participate in because, like I said, too many of us as adults have become cruel and mean in the things we say and the things we post. And I don't believe that's how we're supposed to be. It says, love your neighbor as yourself. Well, if I'm treating my neighbor the way I want to be treated, there wouldn't be hate and there wouldn't be rude comments. Um, I don't play that game. I don't think anyone should. So please get online and find hashtag hats not hate. Go on and see what you can do to support this effort. I'll be making 6 or 7 of the beanies. I may send some to the West Coast. I don't know yet because I'm into other projects right now, as you know, but it's worth it. It's worth the time. The hat took 40 minutes, and that wasn't long at all. I followed Bag O' Day, Crystal, as she did the tutorial on this hat. Mine always turns out a little differently, but that's the way I am when I crochet. But I love the fact that she did this. They've offered a challenge for all of us who are out there. So if you can crochet at all, if you have a loom where you can do loom knitting and you can make a hat, try it. Give something back to your world right now. And I've been just kind of trying to take it easy. I made some um, stitch markers, and these are quite large, but I've discovered that if I put a little one on my piece of work, most of the time I can go right by it and not see it because they're small plastic. So I've created the larger ones. I'm going to be using them on some of these larger projects as I do rounds and different things. So I know where to start and where to end. And when you're making sweaters and things like that, there are a lot of places where you need to have stitch markers that you can see and remember are there. And so that's the world we're having right now. We have grandkids who've been sick. Excuse me, but I need to take a drink. Hold on. This dry mouth is kind of rough. Already had a cup of tea and stuff, but it's in some chai latte, but my mouth's still super dry. So thank you for letting me do that. Um, anyway, the kid's been sick and the rain, we have had 15 inches above normal already in the first 3 months of 2020 here in our area. That's frustrating because it makes everything flood in your yard and you have more mud puddles than you have anything else. And that's what we have. We need to be planting early stuff, but you can't. It'll wash out and be awful. Not only that, I've got a dog that likes to eat up my blueberry plants. She brought my rose plant to the front door the other evening. She had eaten the planter that it was in, and she carried it to the front porch and laid it down and was eating the stems on it. And she was eating, even with the little tiny thorns on there, she was eating that. And I thought, why do you want to do this? And it's kind of like, weird dog. But that just means we have to move everything outside of our fence so that my dog, who thinks she's supposed to eat everything up, won't be able to anymore. So we're going to try to make sure that we give her something else to do and to chew on eventually. And that's the way things are here. I have discovered that a lot of the things that I hoped would work out aren't going to right now. Okay. Pray about it. Doesn't mean I get a miracle. No. That God doesn't always say, sure, here you go. Sometimes it takes a while because He knows what's best. I ask that you remember that I'm here for you. I know the pain that some of you are suffering. I don't understand lupus except for the weakness and the fatigue and how it can affect your organs and your whole body. I understand that. Oh, do I understand that now? And I understand the fact that pain some days is so bad you could just cry all day. I've been using a heat pad on my back because down low in my around my hips it's hurting so badly to sit that it's not funny. And if I lay down, I can't crochet because I have the crochet up here and I'm looking at the ceiling, and that doesn't really help a lot. But I'm trying not to give up. I'm trying to prepare for a few weeks from now for a special ceremony that my son will be having, and I can't wait to go and see that and be part of that. I ask that you share with people what you're doing. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and hit the bell, because the bell will not sound an alarm, but it'll put a notice up there on your computer that somebody that you have subscribed to, it has done something, and therefore it will show you the video, and all you have to do is hit that button. It'll come up and say that, Cheryl's done this. On surviving every day with Fibro RA through crochet. Long title. I wish it could be shorter, but right now it's not. So subscribe, please. I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment down below. There are so many people that would need to tell somebody something about themselves. Leave me a comment, please. Please feel free to leave me a comment. Tell me about your life. Tell me what's going on. Um, I'm praying for all of you, whether I've heard of you or whether I've ever met you or not. This is a world where not enough of us are caring about others. And I'm tired of just sitting here and doing this by myself, because I know there are hundreds of thousands of people out there going through what I'm going through, from very young to older than I am. And that's sad, because once this hits, it tends not to stop. In fact, I'll let you know that this month I am not taking my infusion for my RA because it hasn't really been working. I'm still getting worse in my hands, my feet, my hips, etc. So, what with my husband having bronchitis, my grandkids all having had upper respiratory infections and things like that themselves, since I have a low immune system, I've decided I'm not going to lower it anymore with infusion this month. I'll see the rheumatologist at the end of the month, and we'll talk about it. And I think she'll understand why I don't want to risk having a lower immune system right now. Since this isn't really helping, let's just wait an extra 4 or 5, 6 weeks, whatever it takes, to make sure that I'm going to be safe as I can be after taking my infusions, because they are things that kill off your white cells, that kill off the things that help you fight infections and flus and all that. And so I can tell I'm really low on that right now. So my immunity's down, and I'm not going to risk it. I've been hurting for a long time, so I'll hurt some more. But that's okay, because at least I'll be able to breathe, I hope, and not pick up a major flu, because I've had a flu shot, but sometimes they don't work. And maybe I won't get super, super sick if something in our home goes through and the kids go through, whatever. So I'm just going to wait. I'd advise you to talk to your doctor about it if you've been on them for a long time. If you want to stay home for a while and plan to stay away from everyone and all that, okay. I plan on going through the house later this evening with water with a little bit of bleach in it and cleaning everything off, because my grandkids have been sick. People come to the door and come in, and we never know. So that's how I'll clean the parts of the house that I'm around the most, and that kind of stuff. And I hope you know how to keep yourself safe that way. I've got masks and I've got latex gloves, but I'm not going to put them on right now. Even if I'm going to the doctor, if I'm sick, I will use them to protect others, but not right now, because I don't need to. So, all of you who have family who have been affected by this virus, or know people who have, or who know people that are stuck on a cruise ship because they can't get off because they have to wait and see if they're going to have the virus, all those things, the numbers are outrageously high, over 100,000 getting closer to 200,000 people with this across the world. And that doesn't sound a lot, maybe, but to me, that's outrageous in a time when we should have the way to clean and protect. I'm getting a phone call. I figured that's from a friend. So I love you. I'll show you my video later. Bye.